Greetings, programs. Drunkards and Dragons here. It's time for another fireside chat. We're going to return to the series that has been very well received so far on the channel, which is getting started playing D&D and tabletop. A lot of the stuff that we normally talk about here on Drunkards and Dragons assumes a ton of knowledge on your part about playing D&D for the past few decades at least. But as we all know, one of the great things about tabletop gaming is there's constantly new generations of people, young and old, coming from far and wide to take part in the fun. How do you get started? What are the fundamental concepts here? If you open up the D&D Player's Handbook and just start reading stuff, it's terrible. Like, you don't know what you're doing. The characters, making the characters right off the bat seems super complex. You're saying to yourself, like, do I need to track all this stuff? Like, I'm going to be staring at this sheet all night? Is that this game? This is horrible. So in the last video about getting started playing D&D, which you can click right here to go back in time to that video, watch that one first, then come on back and watch this one. In the first video, we just talked about the fundamentals of rolling dice, which are pick arbitrary numbers and just start beating them. And when you beat them, you win. So it's really simple. So in the first video, we just did everything 10. So roll a 10 or better, and then you do 1d10 damage, and then do 10 hit points, and you kill the guy, and the guy is dead, and you're awesome. So now we're going to take it to the next step. And that is not only understanding those fundamentals of taking your d20, beat a number, and succeed, and then do an effect. That's the absolute fundamental, right? So now we're going to expand a little bit. We're going to get into a scenario. Now, I would assert that the scenario or the room or the battle is more integral and central to playing D&D and playing tabletop than making characters. Controversy, oh yeah! What you're going to see right here is an expression of that. I don't need paper or pencil or any knowledge of basically anything except the fundamentals of using D20 to create successes and failure to play out this cool little battle that I've set up. We'll check that out. So you can see I have a bed of spikes between the sea devil over here and Florian the Florist, Lord of the Tower. So behind Florian, we have the giant sea demon, and he is not letting Florian escape. So Florian is going to have to press forward. He also has two guards right between the beds of spikes and the sea devil. He's got to make it out the other side of the room. You are going to have to fight these buggers. There's no way to escape it. This monster is too big for you to kill. How do you know? Well, that's where the dice come into play. A lot of times when you're playing tabletop, there are a lot of numbers being hurled around. How many bad guys have how many hit points and how much they have to roll to do damage and what their hit bonuses are. This is why sometimes you'll get battles in D&D that are taking multiple nights or weeks because you can get bogged down on all those details. A great way to not get bogged down in details is to use dice instead of writing numbers down and erasing them and rewriting them. So if you look right here, you can see this green D6 right next to this guard. That's his hit points. He has 6 hit points. So as we are playing, hit points are, you know, how much health he has before he dies. Everybody knows that. So as we're playing and I'm doing damage, whacking this guy, I can just change this from a 6 down to a 5, down to a 4, 3, 1, and then when he is below 1, he's killed. I remove him and his dice. So how many hit points do the other guys have? Let's just make them all consistent. The Sea Devil has 12 hit points, 2 6s, right there. And the Sea Demon, the guy that is pretty much unbeatable by Florian the Florist, he's got 4d6, so he has 24 hit points. Florian himself, we're going to give 12 hit points. So all the green dice you see are hit points. So we're going to be using green dice to track hit points. Secondly, we're going to use orange dice to track damage. So see this little orange D6 right here? Everyone swinging weapons is going to do an orange dice, D6 of damage, except the big guy. he's got a D12 to do damage. So the first move that Florian's gonna have to do if he doesn't want to fight this guy is make a huge leap right over this. So he's gonna have to beat a 10 to do it. Now that is a big jump. So we're gonna use our other most foundational rule, which as you remember from the other video, is advantage and disadvantage. Now since this is such a big jump, he is at disadvantage. That means I'm trying to beat a 10, roll 2d20 and use the crappy one. Now if I'm rolling at advantage, roll 2d20 and use the good one. Very simple, lets you roll more dice, avoids getting into like this whole penalty thing like you're -2 +2. No, you're not minus anything, you're not plus anything. You're just either at an advantage or a disadvantage. Florian goes for the jump at disadvantage because it's so difficult. He makes it again. Oh wait, no, I don't make it. My low dice is 8. Wah! Ooh, so he lands on the spikes. And for the sake of argument, takes 2 damage. First guard moves up. Second guard moves up. They both attack. First guard. Hit. 4 damage. Oh god, he's hitting him when he's down. Second one. This guy, he's really got him flat-footed. He's hitting at advantage because Florian's down in the spikes. Hit. The advantage saved him. He does 6 whopping damage. My god, Florian cannot catch a break. Alright, Florian's up. Back heathen! He attacks. Natural 20. I roll an 8 twice. Ooh, 8 and 6, 14. This guy is beheaded. He's sliced in half and the halves go flying. Baboosh. Nice one, Florian. Alright, the whole battle could be won or lost right here. The guard attacks. Miss. Florian attacks. Hits. D8 damage. Does 4 damage. Track it right here on your dice. He's down to 2. The guard retaliates. Misses. Florian strikes back. Misses. The guard tries to hit him. Misses. Florian. Oh, he hits. Badushki rolls a 7. Kills the guard. Alright, we're finally past the guards. Florian doesn't care. He goes for it anyway. Once again, this is a huge leap that you really could never make. So he's at disadvantage. He's got to beat a 10. He doesn't. The low dice is only 8. So he's down here and takes 2 more damage from the spikes. Now, we've got this guy attacking from below, above. He's got advantage now because he's like, cha, cha. Oh, both fails. So he failed to profit on having advantage. With that, Florian attempts to climb up to meet him. Beat a 10. 1, so he falls down. That's a crit 1, takes 2 damage. Brutal. This guy can't catch a break, so you can see how the dice are making the game right now. Once again, advantage attack with the Sea Devil. Hits, does D6, 4 damage. Boom, Florian is bleeding. Florian once again goes to jump up. 16, he makes it, he attacks. 14, hit. 5 damage. Take that 6 down to a 1. The Sea Devil turns. Get out of my Sea Devil area. Hit. 3 more damage. Oh god. Okay, it's coming down to basically 1 combat roll, which is what you always want your battles to do. Here comes Florian for the killing shot. Hit. Come on, baby. Ooh, 5 damage. The Sea Devil has 2. Florian has 5. They can both kill each other with 1 hit right now with the right damage roll. So now this is where the game gets good. The Sea Devil attacks. Hits. Come on, give me a low damage roll, you bugger. Oh, he does 4. Florian has 1 hit point. Kill him now, Florian the florist. He misses. The Sea Devil attacks and hits and kills him. Shit. Well, whew. Heal spells are awesome. Having more than 1 player in your group is awesome. Falling on spikes is bad. What's the real lesson? You're saying, hey dude, before you go making characters and everything, there's something more simple to understand, which is encounters. So what did you just teach me by getting Florian killed 4 times? Well, understanding those mechanics gives you a sense for what you're going to want your character to be. He's just trying to beat 10s with no bonuses. He's not strong, he's not fast, he doesn't jump far, and he doesn't do particularly good damage. He's just a blank sort of dude for the sake of testing the scenario. And this is where making a heroic character starts getting interesting. Which part of the encounter frustrated you the most? Was it when you missed the jump and took the spike damage? Or was it when you were whacking away at the guy and just couldn't kill him without hitting him like 5 times? If you don't like missing jumps, make a high dex character, dexterity, so like a nimble rogue type character. If it drives you crazy not to just destroy everything on the first hit when you whack it, well, then you want to make a melee character or a high strength character. And so you can see, understanding how the encounters are going to play out gives you the context that you need to build a badass character. And just walk in and be like, I guess I'll be a wizard because I heard about wizards in D&D, so what do I do? No! Take a little time with your DM or with your other players and futz around with some encounters. And ask yourself, well, how do I want to play into this? Some people would never even want to leave this parapet right here and just shoot arrows at the sea devil. Now that's the smartest attack of all because you don't muck with the spikes. You would only have this guy to deal with. Right? So you're shooting the arrows, choo choo choo. This guy comes up, rah, and then you have to kind of deal and maybe flee by jumping. But you could probably have 1 or 2 of these guys dead before you even did that. Very different kind of character than a tank type character which just hurls his body at the opponent. So there you have it, friends. How to get into D&D and tabletop gaming, episode 2, scenarios. This is Hanker Infernal saying strength, honor, and beer. See you next time. I live near spikes because I'm a spiky person. And I like to be in spiky areas.